Perfect, we're in.
Got rocks and rolls. I mean,
You
it should be rocks and rolls, but because you brought the rocks down, he rolled them out.
Oh, I was going with the other version of roles, whereas I'm the actor, so I play roles.
I thought you were talking about my rolls.
Roll.
Yeah, there's that too.
Dude, hold on. I gotta control that roll, okay?
Oh boy. And on that
So it's a
note,
13. What do you want to make it?
Natural 20. It's me.
Sweet.
All right, so we are coming back, and Wick makes as quickly as you can makes your way to the front. Valchar tries to, or
I know. I
keeps up?
try to make my way to the
Why
front.
don't you roll strength? Let's see how well you keep.
Can I use that 13 I just rolled? Oh, that's better. That ends up being a 16, but
Yeah, you're able to muster the
Your
strength
13 would have been 11.
and get up there with Wick to the front.
let's go.
All right. So you each have a person being carried. Ildren is down to 2, thankfully. Just bringing up the rear. Ildren will be in the furthest back then, I guess, at this point.
Where's that bottomless bag? I want to put this elf in it.
not how it works.
They might die.
They would die.
I'm okay with that.
Then just drop them.
Okay.
All right. So you guys start to hear the distance of those 150 feet away. By this point, now that everyone's come up and started moving, they're within sight, and you can see that this is definitely. Oh crap! I gotta pull up which.
Crippity crap.
Actually, no. It's still 100 feet away. You guys are busy. You don't see whose army it is, but there's people from a group that are now chasing you.
People
The
from a group. It's a
hobgoblins.
gang.
Quick, I make my blood symbol. that I learned
I have a
in
red
7th
bandana
grade.
and my thief's tools.
No. Too bad it's the Crips. Okay.
Oh, I put a blue bandana in my back pocket because that's what Snoop Dogg said to do.
Only on the left side.
Yeah,
that's the Crip
Crip
side.
Okay. We have to get out of the system right when we start, and then we'll get into it. All right. So then you guys start to see. You guys are just booking it, but you can by glancing over, you see that these two groups now are kind of merging and catching up. The distance between you guys is short. You see the path goes out straight up ahead. I want perception checks from both of you.
Okay.
18.
I rolled a 3, which is max
18.
damage on this
Nice.
dice.
You don't really see much. It's just hard. You just kind of focused on the lane. You're tired.
Tunnel vision from
Right.
being strained.
Tunnel vision.
What was that one?
Yeah.
Nice.
I
Max
quit.
damage. 4.
We need to just put this
So
away.
Wick,
Why
you
don't
actually,
pass
so
this
you
out?
see,
Stuck in
you
here
see
when
the
we
tunnel goes for quite a long ways. But there's a rather large opening on the right-hand side, probably about 300 feet away. It's similar to the size that you guys came out, which is a larger opening. And about 100 feet away, you see that there is a kind of a smaller opening on the right as well.
Do I see any light, any weird shadows, anything coming out of either of those openings?
At the larger one, you rolled an 18.
18.
You would be able to see, because 300 feet to me is quite far.
Yeah.
You're able to see that
I'm
it
more
is
looking for
well
light or
lit.
shadows.
It's well lit, and there are definitely there are figures you can see kind of out and about around it, almost kind of stationed like guards.
Does the light look natural light or like flames?
Flames.
And I don't see any light coming out from the small one.
The
Well,
small
we found
one
hell.
is kind of harder to see, but yeah,
Okay.
it seems
Hell.
nothing.
I'm going to keep going. I'm trying to see what that small one is.
Okay. So you go another 50 feet. You get 50 feet closer. Point out Valchar now. You can see it too.
Yeah, and I pointed out I'm quietly.
Right. So you get closer. It's rather. It's much less unassuming than the large entrance you came out of and the large entrance that you see in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't look like a main exit or entrance from one of the fortresses, which is what you've been able to gather, what you came out of, versus and the one up ahead.
Can I look in? I'm not close enough to look in it yet, right?
If you want to go up 50 more feet.
Yeah, I'd like to look in it.
Sure. Okay. So there, you guys probably have. How long was that? You guys probably have about 200 feet behind you where they're coming. Just so when you're reaching the front. So looking down, this kind of seems to weave and wind a little bit, and it just has like a very sharp like down tick, and it's stairs, and that's about as far as you see.
It's not lit, and I don't.
I mean, it's lightly lit,
okay.
like
light torches.
Yeah.
Do I hear anything?
On a sconce.
Give me another perception for you.
5.
Nope.
You're
There's a
a lot
lot
of
going
footsteps.
on around you, to be
Yeah,
fair.
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I feel like in
And
character
this-
makes a lot of sense.
There's a lot of echoes, like
Yeah.
things like
So,
echo pretty hard.
I know there are
Like my whining.
people behind us,
Mhm.
and I can see that there are some sort of like I can't see the guards, but I can tell there are guards
Well,
at
at
the
this
big
point,
entrance.
you could see there's probably about 8 guards that you're able to see just kind of standing on either side.
I'm gonna start going down the stairs.
So you can go into the tunnel and then kind of it winds.
Does
a
it
little.
look like it's big enough to like if our group goes?
Single file?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know I just don't want us to go against guards.
Hopefully we don't go too deeply and find a Balrog.
Right.
The dwarves step too deep.
All right.
And too
I'm
Too
going down
easily.
the stairs unless somebody tells me not to.
Well, we're way at the back. I don't even know if we can even see you right now.
You're starting to get worried about if they have archers. They're getting pretty close to where they would shoot.
Yeah.
I have no better options.
Cowards.
I mean, you could tell me that it would be better to go the other way with darkness or something. I don't know. You could. If you don't stop me, I will go.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm going down the stairs then.
All right, you guys.
Just remember, this is your fault.
I know.
So you reach the top of the stairs and start going down. At that point is when you guys start to kind of all start to funnel in and get into the tunnel. So to give you a reference of how like short it is between the stairs. So you start going down, and there's a lot of stairs. It goes down pretty far.
If I close
Do
my
we
eyes.
have to close our eyes?
You could certainly try.
Is it getting hot and oppressive?
I look over to you and I say, well, this is way better than the time that I got into the Dwarven Fortress.
I think Wick is gonna stop and turn and look at Belcher. Should we just go with the guards? I don't know if we should keep going down.
None of us are able to fight right now. We're all holding people.
But right now we could just be going into literally a trap.
I would rather take that chance.
It's a tarp.
I wish it was a tarp. Okay.
You guys go down the stairs and you find 5 big tarps.
Yes!
Hell yeah!
Quick, cover everyone.
Yeah.
Everybody
are
under the
useful
tarp.
in all kinds of situations.
I know. I could use one right
The
now.
ranger and Enna is like, yes, we need those.
Yeah, grab all of them.
I'm gonna keep going down and hope that everybody's following me.
Okay. Are you following?
100%.
Like,
Wick goes this way, yeah, Belcher's like,
Yes, let's keep going.
No, you follow me and tell everybody else to go the other way. So we
Alright.
come back with 2 elves and us. Everybody else died. Bye.
yeah.
Okay. So you guys start
Yes.
heading down the stairs. The noises are definitely echoing and getting closer. Just heading down and down and down and down. It feels like when you were going from the Dwarven city to like the Undercity type of like you were really dropping down. Was that to say something?
You said a thing that made Wick think.
Does it smell like anything in particular?
Smells like a monster with a bunch of feet
Just like dank.
that
Ew.
rolls around.
It smells.
And a tentacle monster.
It smells.
If it's just like general cave smell, that's fine. I can.
Yeah, it doesn't have
Yeah,
a
yeah.
particular. I don't know how to phrase it. It doesn't have a particularly
Okay.
distinct smell.
That's fine. Cool.
All right, so you guys are heading down the stairs. After and you guys now can hear that they've definitely sent some things behind you, and they're going down the stairs as well, significantly faster. But so at this point, you guys are reaching the bottom of the stairs.
Oh, there's a bottom. Oh, thank goodness.
And so at the bottom of the stairs, you can tell now that for the most part, most everything has been magically like carved. Like that large tunnel was very smooth, and like the castle was very like there weren't like bricks laid. It was just like smooth.
Somebody shot
This is very mined out, and you can tell that this was like done with pickaxes, and is very so it's a lot like jankier and like just like rocks, and like sometimes it would hit like a large area then kind of shift because the rock was too hard in some areas and kind of weaving its way in.
Well, that's either a really good sign or a really bad sign.
I was gonna say that this is actually a little more comforting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's either a way out or it's going to be a dead end. Which is really what we've been banking on ever since we woke up. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm starting to think of a thing that I don't want to be thinking of, because I don't want to do it.
So stop.
What if it's our only option?
Don't.
How far behind us are the baddies?
The bad duders?
How close are they getting?
They're probably about 2 rounds of sprinting behind. They're getting close.
Okay.
How many? I mean, are the elves following us, or is it just me and Valchar being like, cool, we're screwed?
Everybody's following.
But we're in a lot better situation because they all stayed back.
Well, we killed them all. No need to go down there.
I'm just saying, if we hit a dead end, I'm gonna do something that I probably shouldn't.
I am unsure of what this is.
Look, she's obviously been paying attention to us.
Oh no.
Yeah, okay.
We're not there.
Player said on.
That's our end player. Yeah.
Just saying.
Don't.
Okay. I just don't want to die down here.
I think any of us do. Let's keep moving.
We keep going.
Okay.
We
So
hit a dead end.
Has it opened up at all?
not right here, not yet.
Okay.
So you guys go for probably another. I mean, being that they're so close. Yeah, it's not that it's like 30 seconds or so. You see that there are like 2 open doors made of solid rock in front of you. That they're just like partially open.
Keep moving forward. We
Are
can't
they
turn
two
around now.
separate doors or
Yeah,
like
2
double
separate doors that
Okay.
would like go.
As quickly as I can, I'd like to look in the one on our left.
Okay.
Just,
Well, it's one entrance that
Oh,
has
it's
a
one
double
okay.
door.
Oh, so
Sorry,
it is a
that,
double door.
it
Okay,
is.
okay.
Okay, then I'd like to look in the room.
Okay.
Or look through the doors.
So yeah, so these actually have like writing and stuff on them.
What does it say?
Okay. So looking at it, it is
Both of us could read it.
it says in Elvish,
I actually don't know that either.
it's our last hope.
In. I don't even translate. I just say everybody in.
So we would probably see that on the way in too.
And you guys can read Elvish.
What does the other one say?
It says
It's
it on
one
both
door.
doors.
Or
No,
it's
2
one
doors
doorway.
and 1 entrance.
It's
It's
one
just
doorway.
marked on each.
In we go.
Cool.
For
Okay,
better or worse.
So Ildren is the last one, and you just hear them like
Is
running through
it-
the hallways.
I was gonna say, is it opened up?
Going inside, yeah, it opens up into
Moria.
into this room is completely dark.
Wick is going to, once she gets in, she's going to put down the person she's carrying and stand by the door. And as soon as everyone is in, she's going to try to close the doors.
Okay, sure. Ildren walks in and you just try to. Okay.
And listen.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. So I need you to do a strength check then.
Against the flood of goblins and hobgoblins.
That's a 5.
A 5.
I rolled a 3.
Wow, I rolled bad, but not that bad. So as you go to hold the door, yeah, the first hobgoblin chasing just rams into it, and it just like pushes you like almost opens up, not quite to where it was, but like you can see his face like just like pushing through.
I would like to shoot him in the forehead.
Go for it.
Twice.
Did you put your person down?
Yeah, I'd probably just throw him off. They're like basically dead anyway. Like
They're just sandbags at this point.
yeah. Oh, good lord. Well, I've been rolling well all night. That's a natural 1 and a natural 3.
Oh no.
3's a 13.
No,
so
no.
that doesn't.
No.
It's just you hit the door.
Yikes.
I'm still moving.
I'm also tired.
What are you doing?
apparently.
I'm still moving.
What do you mean?
We don't. You're going ahead still.
And then I will go 30 feet instead of my 60.
I need help with the doors.
Okay. Ildren looking around is gonna try and hand you another person.
I'll try my best to take it.
And he'll hand another one to another one of the elves who's looking about the same condition as you, with just tired but not super dead. So do strength, see if you can muster it.
Nope.
Ooh.
That's a 3 down to a 1.
I rolled a 3 as well.
That's numero uno.
So he puts 1 on you, and you're just like, okay. And you just kind of crumple to the ground. He does the same thing to the other person, who just kind of crumples to the ground. He's like, oh, God, I need some help. And then he goes with you and tries to push the doors closed. Yeah, he'll just give you an advantage on your roll. But the goblin now is going to have help as well, because it's the second turn, so another one is showing up.
There you go.
Pretty decent.
That gold one's super high.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, that's fine. The 19's
That's a
fine.
21.
Oh, okay. I got a 17. So you're able to, with Ildren, just close it again, and you see his mouth just like right there, and then just pulls it back at the last second.
Do I see any way of like barring these doors? Like, are there any big boulders, or are there any like? Does it have like bars
Give me
that
a
can come
perception
back? Okay,
check.
cool. That's a 26.
So you're able to look around. You're generally just focusing on around the door, or are you just gonna like try to
Sort of in the room.
Okay, so this is with a 26, looking around this large room, you can see on the other side that there is a small little it's kind of like an altar, and that there is just this it's just like kind of like a piece of rock just like sitting on top of it. Most of it is it's pretty empty, mined room. You find that there are a few rocks of decent size, but nothing that you would consider like a large boulder that would help. I mean, you could take some and put like.
I turn to Sai and I say, "Does our last hope mean anything to you? There's an altar over there with a rock."
I'm gonna think for a second before doing anything, because I might have an option, but I don't know.
Do you know the answer to my question?
No.
Does he know the answer to my question? Has he ever heard that before? Okay. I'm gonna seeing that he's like dithering, I'm gonna run over.
I'm not dithering. I'm trying to look in my book to see if I have an option.
Run over to the altar.
He's currently like has 2 people on top of him, and he's just trying to like catch his breath. Like,
I'm like,
oh God.
You're useless, Sai, and then like run over to the altar.
As he's trying to carry 2 people.
Yeah, right. Just like, and
Okay.
check out this rock.
I have an idea. So my thieves' tool my thieves' tools. No, my burglar's pack comes with a set of pliers and a crowbar. Have you ever heard of spiking a door?
Okay.
Where you put a nail down and like you put it into the door, so if they try to open it, it hits the nail instead. I'm gonna try to use my pliers. I'm gonna put my pliers like nose down, and I'm gonna start hitting them into the ground
Like
right
open?
next to the door, to try to spike the door.
Okay.
So I'm gonna use my crowbar to nail them in.
Sure.
That's clever.
Do a strength check for just how hard you can hammer it in.
That's a 8.
It's just not going.
I'm gonna try my dagger instead. One of my daggers. I have 2
Okay.
left.
Sure. So you at this point you're running up. What are you trying to do with it?
I'm just like looking around to like see, is this rock like a special rock, or is it just like happened to be on this table?
It's a magic rock of heaviness.
I don't know. We're in a room said our last hope, and there's an altar, and there's one thing on this altar, and it seems kind of important.
Okay. So when you get about 10 feet away, the rock like starts to glow a little bit blue. And as you're getting closer, you start to feel a little bit of a pull on your body.
Okay, I'll roll with that.
Okay, not resisting, you get about 1 more foot, and you get pulled
Oh
and
no!
disappear from sight.
Does anybody see that?
You would be the
I was
okay.
about
Roll perception, unless you were watching it. Like
I was actually going to do something.
okay, one of the elves, like 3 or 4 of the elves, just kind of resting, be like,
What?
Um,
What happened?
um,
What happened?
What could you possibly want? I'm trying to save our lives here.
Oh, you're so helpful, Sai. Words, please use words. If you can't speak common, he can
in
understand
Elvish,
you right
she
now.
goes, "Your friend is gone."
What
I-
happened?
I stare at him and I'm like, and I say in Elvish, the archer.
Yeah.
What happened?
Okay, common, please.
Hold
I
on.
don't know. We need to do another opposing strength check.
Do I still have advantage?
Yep.
Okay, come on, Shar, do me good again.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
Nice.
Or-
You're
yeah.
able to hold. They have a 14. Just, you and Ildren just both are able to just like little mouse holding and then like big mouse just like two like
We had
they just-
equivalent in strength.
Yeah. And so then
I'm still talking to the dude and
Yeah.
I'm like, what happened?
she was running and then like gone. She ran to that altar.
Can somebody please translate?
Yeah. Anna was running to the altar. Keep an eye on me. I'm gonna go see what happens.
I turn and watch.
And I'm gonna
the rest
go
of
and I'm
them.
gonna walk towards the altar,
Okay.
towards the rock.
So it starts to turn a little bit blue as you get in, and you feel a slight like a tug on you.
Guys over here, and I'm not gonna resist. Guys over.
We saw.
we saw. Shut up.
Okay.
Is there any other way out that I can see? Or is it like a dead end
Give me
road?
perception.
You guys walk over there. I'm hiding behind the altar. I'm like, I actually don't know what happened. Ah!
19.
You're not able to see anything.
So it's a
It
dead
looks
room.
kind of like this is definitely a mined out area, but it looks like they mined into this area and just kind of left it as is.
Okay.
Okay.
Did anybody see any other way out?
That's our way out.
Then go. Everybody go.
I re-pick up the person.
Oh yeah, I left my
I'm
person
fascinated to
there.
hear what's happening to us.
I left my person there, by the way.
Once we get to
I have to say,
Start tossing him towards the rock.
we need at least 4 of these people picked up before. If others can help, maybe grabbing 2.
I'm already gone.
Yeah, because Anna and Sai had none.
Yeah. We're on the other side. I'm like, we made it out. Alright, let's get out of
They
here.
aren't.
Eldrin, can you grab 4 long enough to get them there?
Yeah, we'll just...
We'll go last. You go right before me.
He gives the command, and the elves start to go, and a couple of them, like, carry, like, between 2 of them, like, take 3. Like, they have one on the backs, and they kind of help with another. And they start approaching and get pulled into this shard.
Guys, I found the crying axe. Definitely.
So,
Oh, no!
Yep.
Okay.
With the person.
You going to the same thing?
I made that up.
And then at a point, it's just you and Ildrin, and then they probably would have been able. So there were 14.
One of them had 3.
No, a couple of them would have done 3. So there are 3 individuals left.
How hard are people? Like, are they still trying to get in?
Yeah. Well, we should do another check. And this time there's a good number pushing back.
Oh, thank
That.
God. 21.
Wow, I have a dirty 20.
Like,
So you're able. You're just like you guys. Like your legs are starting to slip. Your strength is starting to give, but you're able to hold the 2 of you.
Eldrin, can you take 2 of them?
Yeah, I'll do that.
You take 2. I'll be right behind you with the last one.
You sure?
Go.
He pushes off with his mic. He's like kind of just like pushes it, tries to throw him off, and just runs and picks up 2, one in each hand, and just runs to the rock and looks behind.
Welcome
I'll grab
to
the
rock.
last one and I'll be booking it as fast as I can
All
with
right.
the last
Where did
one.
I lead us
He
again?
jumps, and then
So
wait,
something with you.
like
His
straight
mother
out of
would
an
have
action
this
movie, just like. And you just like grab the guy, like throw him over your shoulder, and just like the door swings open and just floods of like hobgoblins start just running in.
Rah, 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 rah.
And you jump and so and it's silence. Anna, the first person to go in.
What did you do to us?
So as you're going through, you feel your body contorting and twisting and shrinking
Oh, no.
and smushing, almost like you're becoming a little ball, and just like getting pressurized down, and it just is pain, and all of you follow suit with the same thing.
Oh, even I get
Just-
smaller?
Yep.
Is that possible?
And then you start to like lose consciousness just because of the pain and the crushing, and everything just goes dark.
And you're dead.
And then you open your eyes, and you feel freezing. You open your eyes.
Oh my god, I did it! I did it!
With a bunch of people who are unconscious.
Did it! That's right! Yes! I'm sorry, please continue.
So you open your eyes, and within just an instant, this is colder than you've ever been in your entire life. You are just freezing, and you look and you see that there are large, just huge glaciers just stretching up, and like peaks that look like mountains but of just pure ice all around.
Does that count?
Are you
I'm
in a
not,
mountain?
I'm not rolling
Nice
a check yet.
and then where you are
I got
is just
you.
you're on top of a sheet of ice that when looking down it's just ice and ice and ice, and within probably about 30 seconds you just like there's just this weird noise, and Sai is next to you, and
Hey,
That was
hey,
unpleasant.
hey, I think we found it. We
I found it!
what? I smack him.
Ow!
I found it. I'm the one who put together the clues.
Oh yeah, no, it's not like Wick didn't lead us down here or anything.
I'm so glad I chose to go down the steps. Oh man, that hurt a lot.
Yeah. Oh god.
And
really
then-
cool.
And I'm really cold.
Who has the
Elf,
cold weather gear
elf.
that we got?
elf.
Wick
Elf.
Where's
Lots
Wick?
of elves show up. Lots of
I'm not
unconscious.
carrying anymore.
And then Valchar shows up.
Hi.
I found it.
Oh
Are-
no.
I think we're here.
Yeah.
I think we found it. I don't know how to get back.
They said elves were left here. Let's go find them.
Is it? Are we
Hurry
trying to
before
look
Wick
like the end
comes
of
up.
Titanic?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was cold.
Don't let go, Jack. Just let me on the door.
I don't think my hand can let go
I don't
at
think
this
that door
point.
had enough buoyancy to hold 2 people on
Oh
it.
my
Oh,
god,
yeah.
we
There
are
was
not
space.
getting into
It
this
definitely
fight.
did.
It had
Alright.
enough space.
We are
but
not
Okay, no,
getting
no,
into
no,
this
no, no.
argument.
Ildren then shows
Could've
up,
tried.
holding. Oh,
Yeah. My thoughts exactly.
and then you show up like a split later.
Ow! Okay, I
Wick,
don't know.
Wick, do you have the cold weather gear? We need it right now.
Oh.
Cold weather gear. Wick, cold weather gear.
And I just throw the bag of holding at you.
I reach and
Cold weather gear. Why is it swimwear?
Quick, get all the unconscious with the clothes.
Is this a Speedo?
He pulls it out and starts putting on one of these. He
We
tries
did
to
not plan for
set
this
it-
many people.
set him down on one leg and then tries to like pull the other one and starts putting on the winter clothing. An individual. How much do we have?
We got enough for us.
Yeah, it was just for like 5 of us, right? Do we even get any for Eldrin?
Ildren said he had his own.
Yeah. Right. Here. He reaches in his pack and takes out his and starts putting on. He has enough clothing where he can kind of like cover the 2 people he has.
Here,
Do we have to worry about
Take-
the
take my hat, I have a hood.
following?
and take my gloves out of pockets.
Put it on somebody. That's
Presumably.
I'm gonna pick one of the people that I was carrying
Yeah.
way, a long time ago when I used to carry people. I'm gonna put their gloves on and I'm gonna put a hat on, and then I'm just gonna put my cloak on over my warm gear, put my hood up, and then stick my hands in my
Wick
shirt.
will pull her cloak, the hood of her cloak up and pull her cloak tighter, but she'll put all of any gear that she brought for herself on like the smallest elf she can find.
okay.
Yeah, I'll
I'm
do the
sorry.
same.
What are you doing?
Why'd you give him your pair of shorts?
I will probably kind of do the same. I don't need a coat, but I think you'll keep the hat and then kind of like leave the rest of it to someone else.
Okay. And
Be honest, can you Sacred Flame me right now?
If only it was in actual fire.
I could witch bullet you. I don't know how well that would warm you up, but it might kill you, and that'd be warm.
If only it were with bolt.
I'll take it.
All right. We need to find some sort of shelter now.
We were told that there was some elves that were left here. We should try to
Where?
find.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
We
don't
need
know.
to find shelter.
Try to find
Don't-
them or a
Do we
cave.
see any sort of like buildings or structures or anything?
You are surrounded by ice and no structures. There doesn't look to be any civilization anywhere here.
Well, we might be able to find cover in a cave somewhere if we go towards the mountains, but I think we're more likely to find some sort of civilization in the open, maybe? I don't know, maybe in the mountains. I don't know.
Do I see anything that like used to be a river, or like would have been a river if it wasn't frozen?
You can do a perception check.
Do a perception.
What are we doing with the rest?
That's
of them?
a 13.
Did we just commit these guys to their death?
Pretty much.
Well, we have to try and find shelter
Yeah,
or
let's
something,
go.
get some heat.
Stop lollygagging.
We don't have much of a choice.
Once we find shelter, we can start a fire. It may not be safe in the terms of people being able to find us, but it'll be safe and practical and staying warm.
Let's go.
I am not from a cold weather place.
Which way is east from here?
I don't know if that'll work here. Which way is east? I don't know. This
Clearly
isn't our
unfamiliar
home.
with this terrain and
Oh, it isn't? I had no idea. Thank
It's
you.
nothing like our home.
I was hoping that if
Is
there was a
there-
sun and it rose in the east also, that we'd get closer to the sun when we went east. So I feel like it's worth a shot.
Yeah, what time
Unless
of
you have
day
any
is
bright
there
ideas on how to
celestial
find
body?
civilization,
Like,
We
I'm
don't
all
find
ears.
civilization, we
You-
find shelter.
you don't actually
Civilization
see a sun,
or shelter
this is
also.
important. So we don't see a sun.
but it's like light. It's
Sort
all
of
lit.
diffuse.
Right,
And there's not an area where it's like more concentrated than any other.
right. It all seems kind of just illuminated.
Is it like cloudy?
Not right. It's clear
Okay.
skies.
Does it appear to be like daytime or nighttime? Like, are there stars
It would
out?
appear to be like daytime, like just like
Okay.
a cream, like a clear blue sky.
So we don't
It's like
see like
false.
stars or anything.
Hey, do you want to see if you can find any tracks? If not, we gotta pick a random direction and just start walking.
Yeah, I'll take like 5 minutes and look for some tracks in any direction, and then otherwise.
Sure. Go ahead. Survival.
Oh, that's quite good. It's a +5, so that is 23.
Nice.
Tracks
That means you
or
rolled a
other-
15.
Tracks or other evidence.
Okay. Where you are, you're basically on just like a frozen sheet of ice. There's some wind that's blowing like snow.
Mhm.
It would be practically impossible to
Okay.
find anything here
So
unless it
nothing
was like a
recent,
deep
yeah.
like cut or something.
Nothing big and nothing recent.
Right.
Well, nothing big and nothing recent, so let's just go see if we can find cover.
Let's not walk against the wind then.
Right. So it looks like the wind's blowing from this direction, and you just kind of motion. So you're in like a frozen area, and there's like a small glacier on your right, kind of a larger glacier on your left. Sorry, and then on your right it's a little bit larger of a glacier, and then front to the right is like a very large, like a mountain of like a glacier.
Well, let's go towards the small one.
All right, so let's go here and try to have it block the wind.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody take how much you can.
As we saw earlier, I can't carry more than 2, or I can't carry more than 1. I'll try, but
Well, we've been here for a few minutes and there are no hobgoblins popping through, so I think that at least is not a concern right now.
I don't know. A fight might kick up my blood pressure and warm me up a little.
And I
I'm
haven't.
gonna try to grab a second one and see if I can carry it.
And I
Strength
haven't
check.
seen or heard any other signs of life around here,
Mm-mm. The wind is kind of howling and it's
Yeah.
kind of deafening the sound.
and no movement that I can see.
So-
No, it's
Those are
very
13.
desolate
Okay.
here.
That was a 13, so 11.
It's hard. You know that if you do this for any extended period, you're gonna cramp up because of the cold. You're not gonna be able to carry 2.
Can I have one and then have somebody put another one on that one and drag 2?
Sure. Do a strength check.
I'll put mine on
We
your
could
back and
probably
then grab the
use
one I
like
couldn't pick up.
bedrolls or something to drag.
Oh, bedrolls and ropes.
Like how you dragged me.
I'll do that. I will pull my bedroll out off
It
my
works.
bag and my rope and tie, and I'll put 2 on there and just drag that then.
Okay.
Because you can
Questions?
drag a
Nothing.
lot more than you can straight up
You
carry.
think
Right.
Penny can get him here? If we find civilization and you want to stop adventuring,
I wanted to stay with my family, Sai.
well, I'm giving you an option.
Let's find cover first,
your
argue
problem.
later.
Okay, so at this point, if you're not wearing winter gear, I need you to do a Constitution saving throw.
So it's all of us?
Yep.
Is
Well,
that
whoever, I think you took the winter gear, right? Or did you give yours away?
You get portions
I
of
gave
it.
my hat and gloves away because I had a hood.
I think we all pretty much gave away the like extremities and kept the coats, right?
No, because Wicca's just using her regular coat or her
Right.
regular cloak.
Oh.
And Belcher is using his coat, which isn't exactly warm, but he's also got a hat on.
You want me to do
Okay.
one with like advantage?
So if you guys are keeping majority of your winter
not
gear, you
majority
can
then.
roll with advantage, and you guys
Okay.
would just be a straight roll. And Mildred,
Oh, well, that's not
Well,
terrible.
advantage didn't really do anything for me there.
No, me neither. Well, what was it? Constitution.
saving throw.
So 7.
Oh, so you can have it too. I mean, it doesn't
6.
matter.
11.
We both had advantage, and we both sucked.
Wow. You each suffer a point of exhaustion,
Okay.
Oh. Yikes.
and so does it.
Exhaustion is the same
That's-
as inspiration, right?
That's a disadvantage on skill checks.
Skill checks,
right?
yeah.
That's where we're at, yeah.
Yep.
Good. The 2 skillers of the group.
I think it's called karma. All right. So you guys are able.
Karma for what? I saved everybody.
Hello. I did that. Thank
Okay,
you.
guys, remember the not arguing thing.
When was there a not arguing thing? I don't
Now.
remember we did that.
Right now,
Go,
right
let's
now.
go. We can argue when we're not going to die for spending too much time doing it.
I'm gonna walk and talk.
Okay.
Walk and
So you
argue.
guys start to head around and blocks the wind, which really helps. Looking around, it's pretty bleak, but it seems like there might be a small cave if you start traveling up the glacier and kind of about halfway up.
I turned to Sign. I said, "Let's go check that out."
Okay, let's go.
We're exhausted. So try and sort of move ahead and check out and see if there's anything living in this cave that we might not want to interact with.
Cool. All right. So I guess just give me climb checks. You got to do it
Oh boy.
because you're even though you have your skill, your point of exhaustion, and you're in frozen.
So what should I roll?
Just roll what you would for the just the climbing. Your acrobatics or athletics, I believe.
If I can I do acrobatics or do I have to do athletics? Oh, well then that's a 13.
Acrobatics, that's a 12.
Jeez.
Oh no, guys.
Slip.
Slip slide.
Yeah, you both are trying to get up, and you're trying to just climb up, but it's just so slippery. You're not able to get a grip. Sai gets up. Who rolled higher?
I rolled a 12.
By one. Yeah.
Okay, so you're able to get one hand higher, but it slips and you fall to the ground
Are we
just a couple
watching this
feet.
happen?
Yeah.
Okay, I need rope. Somebody rope.
Like-
Anybody.
Here, take one of my daggers. I'll take one of my daggers and my crowbar and see if I can kind of
I was about to say.
do one of those
Make
things.
I have a pickaxe.
Do you not have pittance in your? Did we discuss this already?
I'm not sure. I was
Isn't there a
looking
climbing
to
gear
find what
There is a
pittons.
climbing gear kit.
I was looking to see what pittons were, and I couldn't find it anywhere.
They're like for climbing. They're like the things that you poke into the rock.
Oh,
Yeah.
then I should have those. But
Well, that would be a climbing. What is it called? It's not called a climber's kit, but they have a kit.
Dungeoneering
There's
or-
Dungeoneering.
Climbing
I think is what
gear, but some of the packs might have it in there.
I was gonna say my adventuring gear has a miner's pick, and I'm looking around for rope. I'm gonna take the rope, tie it to the miner's pick, and just start boom, and then grab on where the hole, and then try to start climbing that way with a rope.
Okay.
So that people can climb up the rope.
Did somebody have rope? Well, I guess
I mean,
somebody will
there's
have
so
rope.
many.
Yeah,
Somebody's
we all
got
have-
rope.
I have rope.
They all come with
Yeah.
rope.
My rope is currently attached to my bedroll, so I can drag the elves.
Everybody starts out with rope, basically.
Okay. Sure. So let's.
How far up is it?
You have to climb up 10 feet, and then there's a ledge that can get you most of the way, kind of up. At least it looks like that.
this says I have 2 pittons.
Okay.
Or 10 pittons, sorry. I don't know where they are, though. In terms of what they give me, what they do.
Why don't you
they just
roll,
You climb. I don't know if there's not a mechanic.
You could
for it.
athletics. This would be type an athletics check for sure.
The fact that I have 10 pittons, does that give me any bonuses? Next time I try to start
if
climbing?
you want to try doing
Might lower
something
the
again.
DC.
Yeah.
I'll give 2 to you. And
Okay, yeah,
Two.
you're able to climb up the 15 feet doing your method, and you get to the top and pull yourself up.
And then I dig it into the ground so that it's stable, and I toss the rope down so people can climb up the rope.
Cool.
I will
If
use
that
the rope.
helps.
Yeah, you guys using the rope is easy enough. You
Yeah.
don't really have to roll for that. It's only 15 feet, so
Sure.
it's not very far strenuous. So then you have the 3 of you up top.
I'm going to look in the cave.
You gotta walk up and it's not just 15 feet because there's no spot to get onto it, and then there's a little pathway that's icy, but it goes up and then kind of curls back.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. So I'll move slowly, the classic Minnesota sidewalk,
Mm-hmm.
walk sort of
Beyond
flat
the
Well,
footed.
yeah, duck
footed. Yeah.
walk or whatever.
Yeah, a little bit
Penny
flat
waddle.
footed.
There it
Yep.
is.
I'll stick a pitten in
Penny
every
waddle.
once in a while. I have
Especially
8
if
more
you're
since I
tooting
gave you
too much
2, so
outside
I'll
here.
just every 1/8 of the way up there, I'll just hammer one in for somebody to grab on the way up. They
Oh,
need to.
okay. All right. So yeah, it's so are you just kind of so it's slippery. There's if you're just walking, there's a chance you could just slip and fall the entire distance because you're walking.
That's why I'm
on
putting
ice.
the pittons in, so that if somebody slips and falls, they can grab onto one of them.
Okay.
I'm hammering them in with my crowbar.
Okay. Sure. So you'll do that. And, well, how are you getting up? Are you just kind of walking or?
I'm trying to, every
You're using
every
them.
little bit that I go, I'll hammer one in, and then kind of use that to keep going.
Okay. Okay. I thought you were doing them spaced out like that. But no, if you're doing one step, one step, one step.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. You can make it up and then get about halfway up where it curves,
Mhm.
and that would be your 10.
Okay. I'll go down. I'll grab the one at the top, the upmost one, and then I'll use that in my crowbar and just start going up like that.
What were you doing?
Making sure I don't slip.
I guess I will just try to. Wait, is it a slope or
Yeah,
is it?
it's a slope that kind of goes up and then back. So it's pretty rough terrain, hard. Like there's a chance
Got
you
it.
might slip and stuff,
Okay.
but it's
But I put stuff there to help.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Halfway. It's good. No, it is.
Yeah, I guess I'll just try and use
Help
what
those
he
that help themselves.
set out.
So yeah,
to
that
try
gets
and
you
do
about
it.
3/4 of the way up.
Okay.
All right, so you're able to get to the top. Anna is at like 3/4 up.
When I get there, I'll look around in the cave,
Okay.
see if it's worth. See if it can house the 20 or so elves that we have. 16. Well,
Plus the unconscious.
17. Yeah. 17 live elves.
And if there's somebody who already inhabits that cave.
So looking in,
Less worried by that.
it is open. It goes down a little bit and then opens up into kind of like a bigger area. You're not able to see all of it from here, but looks nice.
I'll stay at the entrance until more people get up.
Okay, no one else is going because they can't.
Yeah, we're waiting for like an all clear, and then we're
Right.
just gonna start like hoisting
In I go.
unconscious
Okay.
elves up.
Sure. Just walking. You so as you start to go, you kind of got to do the walk as you're going down because it's like a downward slope.
I have I have my snow gear boots on if it contained those.
Right. It's still
Right.
slippery. Like the like pure ice is what you guys are on. Like
Right.
usually ice has a lot of like chipping or like fragments or things.
I just said that in case it helped.
Yeah. This does you do notice it has a few like scratch marks and stuff. So it's a little bit easier than the previous path, and so you're able to kind of go slide your way down.
Keep going.
Okay. You reach the bottom. If you look around, this looks like it
Cave troll.
has been lived in, or is current. Nothing's here right now, but it looks like something has lived here or is living here.
What signs are there? Is there stuff that I can grab that would help us? If there
What do
are,
you
I'd
mean?
like to do that.
Signs.
Like what are
Like
What's
like
the evidence?
what is left there? What is the evidence that somebody has lived there? Is there like
Right. Okay.
like a lantern? Is there like anything that would help more people get up or live there when they are here?
Right. I have this
I'm just
pulled
trying to
up.
like this just turned into a survival RPG, so I'm trying to grab anything I can.
Can't find it now. So you see, it's a like
Just give me a
Patches
magic
of-
weapon and we'll call it good.
patches of fur are kind of like laying all around.
Patches of fur. I will grab a little fur and take a close look at it and see if I can tell what it is. If it's like a wolf type or what color?
You don't
What color
really
is
know.
is the fur?
White.
It's a yeti. Well, I don't see that thing here now, so I'm gonna go up to the front of the cave and give the all clear.
Okay.
Well, if you can't tell anybody, how am I supposed to make any decisions here? As of right now, there is nothing in there, so I'm gonna call everybody and tell them it's all good to go.
Lord.
All right. How do we get everyone up?
If-
I guess that'd be Ildren saying to you and shouting up to you.
I'll put my I'll put one of my daggers, one of my last daggers, into the ground, and then tie a rope to it. And
I was gonna
I
say,
have
I've
50.
got
I have
the-
50 feet also.
I've got
so
the pickaxe. If we messaging down to Ildren because Wick's like I'm too
It's only
tired
50
to
feet.
Wick's too tired to
Okay.
shout. If you guys tie my bedroll to the ropes,
No, hold,
we can pull them up.
I got it. He grabs the rope, cuts off the piece where it's just too long, ties it into the like a nice little like loop, and so that you can just put like in between the shoulder blades and lift up.
Yeah.
Into the pits.
And he's like, well, this is what we got. He'll put somebody in it.
And I'll start pulling.
Okay. It'll be a
Hevo.
competent elf, like not past that one.
Okay.
One of the soldiers. We just lift it up. Oh, thank you. He'll get out. Do we have? And at this point, you'd be like throwing your rope down.
Yeah, I'll toss the rope down and then go sit in the cave.
Anna's been like very like kind of trying to go, and she's like, God damn it, I should have just waited for the rope.
Yeah, you get like most of the way to the top, and then you just see a rope go.
Right?
And you're like,
She's been like a progress of like a foot a minute or something, just like crawling up.
hey, the Minnesota walk on ice is a serious and slow process.
Look, safety matters, guys. Ice is a
Dude, for
serious
real.
matter.
For real.
He does. He does the same thing with the rope. Similar. Puts into something. It's like and he shouts up to you, Sai. Well, are you ready to pull?
Wick just laughs.
Hello.
You're
Who's-
gonna
who's
have
up
to
there?
climb the first one and probably help pull after that.
Sorry, I dislocated my shoulder.
Of course he did.
I look around, like looking to see if that furry beast is in here, so I can like have a moment with her, like you get me. But there's nobody there.
Is he okay?
He's lazy and weak. If you can climb up yourself
Well,
with
this
the
is
rope.
this is a great time to have somebody who's lazy and weak. He jumps and climbs his way up.
Shade.
But Wick is doing worse than
Shade.
Sai and standing here hauling elves up.
I would beg to differ.
What
What's
do you
your
want?
strength again?
No,
we
okay,
both
but your
know.
HP.
I don't think my
We both have
HP helps move elves up a mountain.
We both have a point of exhaustion too. Don't forget that.
All right. Who should?
I'm
should go up
literally
next?
exhausted.
I think we're gonna need somebody who can help lift for this top, the other one up here.
Yeah, get Wick up here.
I'm staying down here, Sai.
Why? You should help tow people up.
I'm doing that.
You should do it up here.
All right.
Good Lord, shut up and just get up here.
You slide down, but
Damn it!
God damn it! I hate you. I hate you, son.
You're just a very, very angry person. Like,
I like you look up and you see my head peek over and I'm like, you okay?
I hate you.
Shoot it.
Okay.
I can't or I will fall. Wick. But thanks.
all right. So at this point, Ildred kind of look around. He's like, he ends up taking off, not all of his clothes, but most of his like additional clothes, like the regular ones, and puts them on other people. And then he shifts into his bear form.
Oh, helpful.
Big old bird.
And probably warmer than we are.
And I should have said, I did in my head. I forgot to tell you guys that I did this. He would have shouted. He's not gonna be able to communicate, but he's gonna go with his bear form and do stuff.
You just see tiny little thumbs up from this side.
Just like grabbing one hand with the rope and the other just kind of claws digging in, pulling up. He gets up to you, just this
Moves
large
to the
bear
side.
goes, and then he makes his way all the way up to the top.
Okay,
And
next
then
person.
he has a growl like when he gets.
Next person.
So while I'm up there, I have
You have one elf giving you the stink eye.
don't kid yourself. I don't give a shit about that. But I
That's his
do
whole
have
life.
2 flasks of oil, a tinder box, and 5 candles. So I'm gonna see if I can start a fire.
It's something.
It's better than nothing.
Wick is just going to pretty
When you have a point of
steadily
exhaustion,
work
you'll
on
be thanking
pulling
me.
people as she can.
Okay. Yeah. So they're gonna start attaching the unconscious people.
That was empty.
And like they go to take one who hasn't had any of the clothing. He goes to put him back down on the ground. Picks up another one. Puts him in the.
I want to do an actual check to make sure that the one you put down is dead or not.
Yeah, he's dead.
How would spare the dying work in this situation?
I think it'd be torture.
I'm alive and really cool. I'm dead.
So yeah. So they really focus on kind of alternating and but just making sure they have enough people on the bottom to kind of manage
Yeah.
everything.
Oh man, teamwork.
She would ask after getting the first unconscious elf tied to the one for Ildren to pull up. She'd ask the next one who isn't unconscious that comes up to stay to kind of do that, so she can just keep pulling up the ones below.
That's very nice.
So somebody stays to help tie.
Oh,
Level
okay.
2.
Yeah. The tank one is going to stay in the bottom piece, so
Yeah.
most of that.
That's
But another one will come up and help you with that. And they're going to start tying like the bedrolls to the unconscious people, and then just lifting them up. So when they get up there, the other elf who came up will just like slide down the cave, untie the bedroll, put it down, and then put them on, and kind of rinse and repeat. Takes quite a bit of time. How long does it take you to get up?
I don't know how long this
Are you gonna be like the last person to get
You're about a quarter of the way there.
You know what?
You know what? Let's do it like this. Give me a dexterity check.
Give me a grip check.
That is with disadvantage. That's an 11.
Okay. Give me a acrobatics.
Okay. That's 16.
Okay. Give me one more dexterity.
Oh, okay. 16.
Okay. Awesome. So you're able to they've gotten like
Lay out and just
How
kind of
did-
wiggle up.
How did I not roll a natural one in that section?
Don't.
Disadvantage.
Don't jinx us, because I'm
Don't
still
jinx
waiting for me having to make another Constitution
Knock
check.
on wood.
so you're able to
It's
kind of
actually
like
vinyl.
I don't care.
you're able to get your weight like decently far up but then you kind of start to slip a little bit as it's just purely ice and you like Ildren catches your attention. You're like really close. He just takes his big bare arm and just smashes down kind of a few feet in front of you, and just the claws like dig in and then pulls out, and then he goes back to what he was doing. So you're able to kind of grab onto the holes and pull your way up.
Thanks, big guy.
So the whole process continues. You get about half of the people up, and at this point we will need to do another check.
Valid question.
So
Gross.
You've been doing good for me.
There we go.
You wanted con
Nice. Con saving
saves?
throw.
Okay.
I'm relaxing in the cave still, right?
you still do the con save.
So,
man.
It's not any warmer in there.
I'm starting a fire. I started a candle.
You're trying to.
That's a 20.
9.
Oh, that is a second point of exhaustion.
Yep.
Oof.
Well,
That passes.
Climbing up that thing was really hard.
Worse than that.
And it took a while.
And that's a point of exhaustion.
Yep. That's a 3.
Do some of the elves as well, just get a general idea.
Oh, is that attacks or is that saves?
They're okay.
Oh no, it's an advantage.
Everybody's starting to get really just
we can check on D&D Beyond.
exhausted and out of it. You're checking what?
What the second level of exhaustion is? Oh, it's not
I
telling me.
can't remember.
Should click on it. Second level is speed halved.
That's what it is.
Oh, there we go.
I have to check it on the reg for my other character.
181.
He's almost
So people are starting
always
to.
exhausted.
Are people using my rope to get at the top right now?
Yeah.
I think at this point, this would be gone. It was useful temporarily.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so what are you doing for starting a fire?
Well, I was using candles, and I have 2 things of oil, candles, and a tinder box, which is
Okay.
flint and tinder. I'm
You
trying
can
to.
start it, but can you sustain it?
I also
That's what
have-
I'm looking at right now to see if
Yeah.
there's any wood that I can put on
I
top
have a
of it.
tinderbox and a torch, and 10 torches actually. I will pass the tinderbox and the torches off to random elves who are conscious to bring up.
Okay.
To help.
So I will. Once I get those, I will start using those. But
Okay.
I'm
So
trying
that's,
to.
you know, a
trying
few
to
hours
find-
of fire.
How many torches are you lighting?
I would light the whole thing on like 3 of them to get it started, and once I get the actual wood of the torches like taking, then I would kind of go as I go. Like once the fire is started, I'll just put a log torch on whenever it looks like the fire needs it. When the fire starts to burn down.
Alright, so they're gonna kind of put the
I
unconscious.
go to a lot of bonfires, and I drink a lot of beer at those bonfires. I know how to work it.
Ryan does.
Zach probably does too.
So they're gonna the fire is actually really hard to get started, but you're pretty skilled. You're able to get it done eventually, maybe with Anna's help. And by now you've lifted everybody, and the dead elf is lifted up as well, and then the last one would be the stronger of the elves, kind of goes up, and there's just the two of you.
somewhere.
Yeah, I'm just kind of piling you
That's
with
fine.
everybody. Unless you want to do something else.
Nope, I was just assisting.
Ildren, the elf says, go.
You first.
Alright. He goes and gets pulled up pretty quick by Ildren.
Wick will pull the rope all the way back up, stick it in her bag, take the axe, stick it back in her bag, and then
Okay.
go and.
He'll pull you up, and he'll just in his bare form just like kind of point to the dagger with the stuff with the thing on it, and just like walk into the cave. And at this point, everybody gets into the cave.
Wick just pockets the dagger.
All right, now.
Okay, so I've only got
1 dagger.
2 daggers.
I have 1 left because that was one of my 2.
That was one of the 2.
So you have 1 dagger and 1 rapier.
Correct.
Did you not grab the rapier that you dropped?
Are you kidding me? I was trying to bail.
Okay.
Okay, I have 2 short swords.
Nice. Okay. So you guys all get in. Really, your body heat is helping. It's still just cold. Like even with the fire and the body heat, it's still cold, but not to the point of like you feel like you're gonna die. But it's just like.
Is Ildren staying in bear form?
Mhm.
So, I mean, bear snuggle time, I think.
Leech off of his body.
Yeah, I mean, like,
I knew you were attracted to
he's-
Ildren.
oh my god. He's like a natural blanket with heat. Like, he's a heated blanket. That's the word I want.
That's what.
Once
So you're gonna approach him and.
Yeah, I'll say, Ildren, I feel like you might be the best warming thing in here. Can we get everybody around? Okay. And so, like...
Once the rope is up, I'm going to cut it into like 3-foot chunks to kind of feed the fire as needed. So
Okay.
50 feet divided by 3 is 15 and 16 slices.
How long would a rope last in a fire? It would definitely help keep it going.
It was just an order.
Wait, it's hempen rope, right?
Yeah. It doesn't actually get a fire.
In this world in mind.
I don't believe you're the DM. I'm gonna
It's
take the
been
DM's word for this
magically
one.
enhanced with THC.
Is anyone else like super warm? Oh
I
man.
feel
I'm
good.
gonna take my shirt off.
Oh,
Actually, that might help. Not.
Hey. Hey, you told me to. You remember
Ildren
this.
looks at Wick.
No, it's a thing.
I can't believe you're
Body-
snuggling up next to Ildren and you're saying that I look good with my shirt off at the same time. I mean, that's cold.
Yeah, it is cold.
It's
See,
so cold.
Valchar agrees.
Oh
And
my
I
gosh,
agrees.
it's simple science, guys.
All right. So you guys just kind of. Is there anything anyone is wanting to do at this point?
Um,
I'm gonna start crafting a magical weapon because there's nothing else we have to do right now. So
so my sort of plan is to like try and fit as many people into each individual like bedroll as possible. So if we can fit 2 or 3 people in them, like I will force 2 or 3 people to be in them together. Like deal with it. And then
Do I get to pick who I'm in the bedroll with?
I will probably pair conscious with unconscious as much as possible, because otherwise these unconscious people are just gonna die. So like deal with it. And then
I don't get how that affects me.
and then everyone like in as tight a like pile like circle as possible
Back to the pile.
around like with Ildren helping.
Sorry, that was
South Park.
so making kind of like a circle around the fire.
Yeah.
Okay.
The fire that I started. You're welcome.
I know it takes up. That means not people aren't going to be as close, but it'll mean people are further from the open.
Yeah. Well, and body heat is almost gonna be
Non-existent after a point.
no. Body heat's gonna be very important. I
Yeah.
think.
We should do a half circle
Yeah.
towards the back
Try
of
and
the
get
cave.
as many people up, like, snuggled with Ildren as possible, and then as many
Dibs.
bedrolls. I know. And then as many bedrolls deployed and as packed as possible.
We're going to need to set watches too.
So one of the
By
elves.
the way, there was something here before. There's a bunch of hair on the ground.
What?
Honestly, at this point, it doesn't matter. We
Right.
are either going to die out there or come in here and maybe die in here.
I'm just saying it's worth keeping watches.
Well, I would suggest that we also just pile all of our extra packs and everything at the door, just to keep a little bit of the wind out or something. Just anything you have extra, just put there.
Wick first goes through and digs out. She keeps the bag of folding with her, but then she goes through her bag and she pulls out all of her journals and all of the books she's carrying.
Put them on
and
the fire.
scrolls.
Oh,
If
those
we
would
need
be.
to.
Wow.
We start with
Silence
the
kind of
journals.
falls over the.
Everyone who knows Wick is just like, what?
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
Belcher does not give up his bag.
Okay.
Just a note.
Yeah, Wick
Si
will
Sai does not give up his money pouch, but
And,
gives up
and,
everything else.
turns to everyone and says, does everyone have rations?
It takes up the whole
like-
entrance. I'm like,
So
yeah.
she'll go around like as she's like kind of organizing, getting everybody together, and like doing sleeping arrangements. Like she takes an inventory of rations.
Wick will
as
pull whatever
well.
she has out and plop it down in front of Enna.
And
I keep track.
yeah, in particular, rations.
Everybody has, all the elves have between 5 to 10
There's more than
Okay.
10
packs,
of us.
varying.
Just call 7 each.
They're conscious.
6 each.
No.
How many people are conscious, including
Us.
us?
14, not including you guys.
So,
So
19.
18.
Oh, 18. So
Children
including
is one
Eldrin
of
is
14.
14. So 18.
Okay.
Why?
What?
The crate, food, and water. It sustains up to 15 people.
We have
Well,
rations too.
Something.
I don't have it now,
Yeah.
but it'll be.
Well, that means that we can sustain everyone but 3. How about Wick?
I can eat rations.
And the unconscious. They're not.
If we have, do we have any way of heating water on this fire? Do we have any pots or anything like that?
We have our mess kits. It would be small, but it would be something.
I mean, worst case scenario, we can just position the torches. Thank you. In a way that we can set a pot on top of it.
Well, the reason I ask is because if we put hot or warm water in water skins and put them in our
In the bedrolls.
in the bedrolls,
It'll help
that will help
keep people warm.
keep people's, especially their extremities, warm.
That's a
So I
good
should put
idea.
mine between my legs. I mean, that's
Let's
what
start
you just
doing
said,
that.
not me. Thank you.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna put all of them between your legs.
Nice.
It's the pure fire.
Yeah. Oh, by the way,
Nice.
Sacred Flame may not heat, but
It does hurt.
so yeah, so Enna's gonna start
Wick will pass over her mess kit too.
right and
Yeah.
say
Here's
whoever whoever.
water skin into my rations.
Right, and whoever's on watch, it's their job to like heat up water and like kind of keep that like rotating. Well, I'm not taking the first watch. I got 5 friggin' HP.
I'll take
I'm
the
going
first
to sleep.
watch.
like I'm useless right now. I'm so like she's running around doing this, and you can tell like it's purely
Go
adrenaline
to
that
sleep,
is keeping
Anna.
her like adrenaline and like conviction that is keeping her moving.
I can take first watch. I can't sleep right now, anyways.
Are you sure? 'Cause,
Yes.
I mean, you know, we still have to heat the water skins, and we should
Anna.
probably
Anna,
like see if there's any the
Yeah, we
rations
got
that would be
this.
better if they were
I'll-
heated.
I'll watch.
We should.
Anna.
Shut up.
Make
Anna.
I'll watch too.
okay.
The two of us will be able to take care of everything.
Okay,
Okay. Just
just go to sleep.
okay.
There's a rush.
Ildren reaches out an arm and kind of like pulls her in.
Thank
and
you,
just kinda,
Ildren.
like,
Okay.
Ildren's a pretty
And
nice
she
dude.
falls asleep like real quick.
Oh, thanks, Ildren.
yeah.
And she's out.
Yeah.
Wick spends part of her watch, or all of the watch, kind of like skimming through her journal, like the first journal that she started and has with her. And when she gets to the end of it and she notices the fire, she'll throw it in the fire. Keen mind, she can recopy this journal down. That is why she is looking. She's like, I'm reading this, fire.
I think only Sai sees it if he's paying attention. Or do you just fall asleep?
I'll like poke it a little bit and make sure it gets enough. There's nothing I can do about it now.
She'll keep going through journals until, like, she'll read them all, and as soon as she finishes reading them, she'll throw them in the fire to.
When
keep the
you're
fire
about to
going.
throw another one in the fire, I'll be like, just wait. We need to ration these things, so just hold on to them for now. I'll let you know if we need another one.
Okay.
I also have all this rope still, so we'll be good for a while.
And we're still warming like water and filling water
Mhm.
skins and then going and like putting them in rolls and stuff.
I put one
Okay.
on his face.
Alright, so your first watch passes without incident.
Sai, I wanted to say thank you. When we were back there, a couple of times you stepped in the way of some of the hits that were gonna hit me.
I mean, Margaret,
Still, thank you.
you're welcome.
Who are we waking up next?
I mean, I only need 4 hours to sleep. I can stay up for another couple hours, so.
Are you sure you took a lot of hits today?
Yeah, I'm tired, but I'll be okay.
Okay.
I mean, we gotta have people that are awake enough to make sure that whatever shed that fur is not coming back.
There's also like 2 or 3 elves that do watch with you guys, so they're just kind of hanging by themselves, like together.
Yeah.
If you guys want to interact with them, you can.
You and elf number 1, my character calls him that. You guys go to sleep. Me and elf number 2, we'll keep watch.
The poop elf.
Okay.
I mean, I didn't call him elf number 2 on accident.
If you need anything else, I've read all of these journals so they can go in the fire.
Okay. Fortunately, we still got a certain amount of torches left, and
We should save the
Somehow,
torches if
so.
possible.
yeah, I'm trying to milk this fire as much as possible.
Okay.
Yeah, so it takes some attention over the couple hours, but the rope, for the most part, is able to
Kind of feed it as
Yeah.
necessary.
Right. I'd say you'd probably be able to do that for the first 2 watches. You know, just keep kind of. You don't need to keep a blazing fire going. Just
Right.
like a nice
Just need to
light-
make sure it doesn't go out.
Right.
Wick will go to sleep.
Right. No incidents for the next 2 hours.
Okay. Before I take my rest, I'm gonna go out to the mouth of a cave, cave, and see if I can see any like trees or anything. You know, I'm just basically trying to find anything that we can cut down and use it to help the fire.
Nothing.
Nothing.
It looks like pure ice.
That's what I figured, but I figured I had a better vantage now, so see what I can do. I'll wake up one of the elves that's has gotten 8 hours of sleep that I noticed.
Four.
Like one of the first ones to go to sleep.
Yeah, that's fine. You can just wake up 2 more elves.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fine.
I'll wake up 2 more elves and just be like, I need 4 hours of sleep and 4 hours wake me up again.
Okay.
I'll go to sleep.
Watch. Gotta do the maintenance. They'll wake up another 2. And they'll do their watch.
That's my 6.
Okay. And then nothing happens. And then,
That's our long rest.
that's your long rest.
Whew.
God, that was a long time between long rests.
Right?
Jesus.
Wait,
I'm like,
a
I
long
ran out of
rest
Lucky Dice
erases-
last session.
One
Long-
point.
One
It just
level of
erases
1
one
point.
level of exhaustion.
Yep.
Right.
I only have 1 level of exhaustion, so I'm okay.
Was I the only one with 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Because those 2 passed their first one, so there's no way they have.
I passed both of mine.
I lost.
Ooh,
the
must be
second.
nice.
You
Um,
lost yours. You're fine now.
I know, I'm good
And
now.
so that's actually where we're going to call it for tonight. I will say the people, so whoever hasn't missed a session since the last level up is leveling up tonight.
Hey.
Hey!
Unfortunately, that's everybody except,
Yeah, I think
You?
it's everybody but me.
so you would probably level up next week.
Wait, since the last level up, technically, didn't we level up right before my show started? Or did we level up after my show started?
Don't remember. I think it was before
Alright,
because you
well-
came back.
I haven't kept track, just everybody level up.
All right.
We'll handle
Oh,
Okay.
heck yeah.
it better next time. So we'll have
Supreme
everybody be
sneak.
at 9.
Oh, I get all sneak
So-
attacks on advantage now. Hells yeah.
Oh, that was a really long day for Wick.
Fun
Yeah.
though, right?
That was. I cannot believe that Enna took you guys on another merry trip into a weird unknown thing that sort of worked out. It worked out last time too. It's how we found the sword.
Hey, check this out. Ooh, ring finger.
Oh, let's stop the YouTube recording.
Bye,
Thank
you
you,
two.
everybody.
Yeah, you
See
too.
you guys.
Bye, you two.
I can't believe you're not watching us live right now.
You gotta watch us live for all the extra awesome X-rated
Yeah,
content.